Move to my camera and we're going to take a look at our words real quick because we're going to do something with those words today. Okay. All right, let me get them in the right order. Here we go. Okay, ant.
Ant. Ant.
Ant.
There we go. I need to hear y'all repeat it after me. All right. Bear.
Bear.
And this is not like
I'm a
Jason's
bear.
last name. Yeah, but it's spelled differently, isn't it? This is how you spell it when you're talking about the animal, right? Mm-hmm. Blue jay.
Blue jay.
Ethan,
Blue jay.
Ethan, I didn't hear you. Yeah, you got to repeat it after me, okay?
I did. You can hear
I just
me.
didn't hear you. That's okay. If I kind of pause and not move, that means maybe I didn't hear somebody. You all just do it again. You know how we're on the computer and sometimes there's a little bit of a slow things coming back? Just repeat it if I kind of sit still and don't move, okay? All right, cold.
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 All right. Fox.
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 Wait, I know what something like the fox. Fox dog.
Uh-huh.
A dog's not a real word.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. Mitten.
Mitten.
And the school is called the mitten.
That's right. Rabbit.
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 Squash.
Squash.
Now, is this talk about what you in the story? Did we talk about squashes in the meaning of the type of
Squash.
something you eat?
Yeah.
In the story was squash used talking about something that we eat?
Yeah, we eat.
Yeah,
Squash.
but in the story, did it talk about any of the characters eating squash?
Zero.
No. So, what kind of meaning was squash used in the book then? What did squash mean in the
It's
book?
like squashing them. Like,
Yeah, it's like
Squeezy.
yeah, squeezing. It's like another root meaning of squeeze, which is our next word, squeeze.
Squeeze.
And then we had another word that kind of meant the same thing as those two, squish.
Squish.
And then we had warm.
squash.
Warm.
Warm.
Okay. So I'm going to have all these words for me to look at, but we're going to go to the book and I'm going to read a page and you all are going to tell me if I need to highlight if any of our words are on there. Remember us doing that before?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do that again. Let me see.
Ow, my neck.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay, let me get my highlighter. What are we going to highlight with?
Mitten.
What color do you want to highlight with? Orange,
Blue.
red, green, purple, yellow, or blue?
Blue.
I want to do blue this time? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, the mitten.
The mitten. Now change your highlight a little bit bigger. Mitten.
I need to do mitten, don't I?
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is a big word, so I got to go over it a few times. All right, here we go. The mitten. There's mitten again. That's not the best in the world, but we know it, right?
Yeah.
The bear was cold. The bear got into the warm mitten.
Mitten.
Mitten. Okay, let me do it.
Mitten and bear and
Bear.
2 bears.
Yeah.
and warm.
Warm. Yes.
And cold.
Yep. Cold was one as well. Look at all
There's a
that.
lot of these.
Yeah, it's about over half the words on that page.
It kind of looks like
Yep, I think I got all of
water looks kind of like ice.
it. It does. Goes right along with being cold. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to do blue. Because it is cold.
The fox was cold too. He got into the mitten with the bear.
Bear.
There's bear again.
Cold. Mitten.
Fox cold,
Mitten.
Mitten.
mitten. Ooh, look at all those. We
I
froze a lot
love
of
these
words. didn't we?
words.
Here we go. I'm gonna take a 7 more.
Here we go. Ready? Squish, squash, squeeze. Oh,
Squish, squash, squeeze.
there's all those.
Ah! Zoom. Zoom.
That
Freeze the word.
right?
Freeze the word.
Squash, squeeze kind of means the same thing, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Squash, squeeze.
Here we go. The rabbit was cold. She got into the warm mitten too.
One.
Warm.
I can't remember. I guess rabbit.
Rabbit is one of them.
Cold.
And cold, yes.
Mitten.
And mitten, yeah.
Yeah, I said that for days.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Squish, squash, squeeze.
Squeeze.
Squish, squash,
Oh,
squeeze.
yep,
Squish, squash,
all
squeeze.
three of those.
Freeze the words.
There we go. Okay. The blue jay was cold too. He got into the mitten after rabbit.
Rabbit.
Rabbit,
Blue jay. Blue
Blue
jay.
blue jay,
Wait.
Mitten.
And cold.
cold,
And
and
mitten.
mitten again. Yep. I think mitten's about on every page, isn't it, when it talks about the
Yeah, I kind of.
Uh-huh.
squish,
Squish,
squash,
squash,
squeeze. And then they
squeeze.
go, oh, why are they going, oh, in there?
Because they're all warm and
Oh,
toasty.
warm, that's right. It's like when something feels
Warm and toasty.
oh.
Miss Nelly, do you see that size next to the ribbon right there? Kind of looks like a. You know the thing is sticking up and that one's sticking up? Kind of looks like a butt. And kind of right there.
And what those lines right there mean, it's meaning it's moving. Those are how you show things are moving in a book.
No, like there, like there, like
But see, where you're pointing, I can't see, so I'm not sure where.
right next to the ribbon right there. Like
Right
next to
next to the ribbon. And these
It's
parts
like-
right here,
sides sticking up.
I can't tell. That's one of the things that you'd have to be able to show it to me in person, okay? So maybe
Okay, you're right.
whenever we're at school together, we can pull this up and you show it to me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Okay.
The ant was cold. The ant got into the mitten. Cold,
Oh, mitten
mitten,
and ant.
ant, yeah. And after this,
Ant.
and it's in there 2 times, right? Yes. There we go. We're highlighting a lot.
I like this.
Yeah. And I see everybody poking out just a little bit, don't we?
Yeah, I see that little bunny.
Squish, squash, squeeze.
Squeeze. There's no ah.
I know, because something's getting ready to happen, isn't it? Do I need to highlight anything on this page?
What?
Do I need to
Squish,
highlight?
squeeze.
Squish, squash, squeeze.
Yeah, all the words. This time it's every single word on this page gets highlighted, doesn't it?
Kaboom.
And then on the next page, let's all say it together.
Kaboom.
It exploded like a balloon popped. That's what that reminds me of, a balloon popping, doesn't it?
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Big bear, big bear.
Big one.
Die the blue.
And that's the end of the story. It's a good story.
Uh-huh.
Now, let me go to the beginning of the page where it's the title. It says it's a Ukrainian folktale. That means it's an old story. Guess what? I went to a store yesterday where they sell books that people used to have, and they said they don't want them anymore and they want to share them with other people. It's an old bookstore. And guess what I found? An old book called The Mitten. And so next week when it's our time, I'm not going to go straight to Raz Kids. I'm going to share that other version of the book. It's just a little bit different.
Oh, so
That's the thing about folk tales. There might be something just a little bit different about it from where it's in another book. Okay, so we're going to look at how it's the same and how it's different from our book that we read this week. Yes, Ethan.
Is there gonna be different pages on the mitten?
Yeah, it's really different. Pictures are different, and the characters. It's got some of the same characters, but some are different, and how they do things is a little different too. All right.
Ethan.
Before. Okay, guys. Right now we're in class. We got to focus on our work. Okay. All right. So I'm going to this screen right here. And these are questions from the story. You all help me out. Number one, I'm going to take the quiz. Let me get my pen ready, and you're going to tell me. I'm going to use red this time.
Red.
Yeah, I'll color in what you tell me to color in, okay? Let's see, maybe I could do a shape. I'm going to put a smiley face in that one I want to put on. Let's see how big a smiley face is. We'll try it. Okay. Who gets into the mitten after the bear? Was it the rabbit, the blue jay, or the fox?
The fox.
Did the fox get in right after the bear?
Yes.
And then this is a good thing when you're taking a test. When you're on your test, there'll be a little picture of the book up here, and you can click on it and go to the book and double check your answer. So I'm going to double check my answer. There's the bear, and then the
Yay, Foxy.
fox was next. So I need to put that on the fox. It's just a little bit bigger than that circle, but that's okay, isn't it?
Yes.
What is the same about all of the animals? A, they are all lonely. B, they are all cold. Or C, they are all hungry.
Cold.
They were all cold, wanting to get in the mitten, right?
Yeah.
So I need to get it on B.
I couldn't get the last one because I was sneezing. I can't hear.
That's fine. Were they all hungry? Did it say anything about them being hungry?
No.
That's what the last one was. Okay, number 3. Which animal could likely fit well into a mitten? In real life, which one would be the most likely to get inside a mitten? Would it be the bear,
It's
the
obvious.
fox, or the ant?
The
Yeah, a bear or a fox couldn't fit in a mitten in real life, but an
no
ant.
way, they would already be kabooming.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They could just barely get their nose in. That would be all the hardest they could get in.
I just figured out something. So it like goes big, medium, small. It keeps on getting smaller.
That's right. The biggest one started out first, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you'll need to remember that when we look at that book next week. That's part of the things that might make it be the same or different between our story and the new one that we're going to read. So remember that, okay? Now, number 4, why does the mitten burst? Was it A, the mitten is too small to hold the animals? B, the mitten is a balloon? Or C, the ant is too big?
The
A, the mitten was too small to hold all the animals. The mitten,
Yes.
yeah, the
The
mitten.
ant wasn't too big. It's always small.
And then that mitten was not a balloon, but it busted like a balloon does, didn't it? So
Yes.
I need to put it on A, right?
Aye.
There we go. Now let's look at number 5. What word means having a temperature between cool and hot? Icy, warm, or cold? Think of your drink. What would be between cool, if your drink was cool, but then it got hot? What would be in between? Or if you had a hot drink, let's go backwards. Had a hot drink, what would it become? What would it be before it got to cool? Would it be icy before it was cool, warm before it got to cool, or cold before it got to cool?
cold.
Cold.
So it would go from hot, cold to cool.
No,
No, that one wouldn't work, would it? Would it go from hot, icy to cool, or hot, warm to cool?
Probably the first one you said.
Icy. If you had a drink and it was hot, would it get icy before it got cool? Or if it was hot and it cooled off a little bit, it got warm and then got cool? Which one would it be?
Off a little bit, and then it got warm, and then
Yeah, who's had hot chocolate before?
Me.
Okay.
Definitely me.
Have you ever had hot chocolate and it was hot and you had
Uh-huh.
to wait? You had to wait to where it was a good temperature for you to drink?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, have you ever had hot chocolate and it got all the way to cool? You don't want it to get all the way to cool.
Ooh.
So how would you want to drink your hot chocolate? Would it be go from hot to icy, hot to warm, or hot to cold when you could drink it?
Warm.
Warm. So in between cool and hot would be warm.
Warm.
Yeah. Yes, Ethan.
you forgot to write your name and your last
I
name.
did, didn't I? But you were helping. My name's going to be Smiley Face. Last name. My first name's Smiley Face, last name's Smiley Face. Let's see, let me pick out a middle name. I'm going to do my middle name's purple question mark. There we go. What do you think of that?
You gotta do your last name.
Yeah, my last name's the same as my first name. Smiley Face question mark, Smiley Face. That's my name.
What about your date?
Let's see, what date's it going to be? It's going to be star. What month it is? It's arrow is the day, and the year is going to be.
Oh God!
Stop
It's gonna
sign.
fall down on
That's
my
me.
head.
There's my date. There's the month, date, and the year.
That'd be funny.
How's that? Okay. All right. So here is what we're going to do. I'm going to stop sharing, which is going to be us again. We're going to get off, and I want you to get on Raz Kids, and I want you to go through the whole process with the mitten and take your quiz on it today. But I want you to listen and read it again, then quiz on it. Okay? Because there
I
is.
can only read on the book.
That's fine, but what I'm looking for is you to take your quiz on it today. Okay?
It doesn't have a quiz either.
Well, when I went on there, they had a quiz.
Mine doesn't.
It doesn't? Okay, give me about 5 minutes and I'm going to take it off and reassign it to you where I looked at it, and it should have a quiz on the one I'm going to give to you. So tell your parents to wait till I send them a remind message, and that will let you all know I've got it fixed, okay?
I'll check if it changed. Okay.
But wait till I send the message to your parents. So Ethan, I'm going to send your mom a message when you can take yours, and then Jason, I'm going to send it to your dad when I've got it fixed for y'all to take it. All right? All right. We'll see you all later. You all have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Jason with the messy hair.
That's pretty cool.